This month, I did a challenge where I spun a wheel and randomly selected one horror movie I've never seen before, and then I made a short video talking about it. You can see all those on my channel, but believe it or not, I saw more than just the 31 I had to watch for the challenge. This video will cover all the movies I watched just for the love of the game. I really wanted to love this movie, I wanted to adore it, but in the end, it only felt like half a Safdie Brothers movie. I think it's still good, not great. An anime film I've wanted to watch for a while because of how bonkers the poster looked. It's about this boy who is wanting to grow up quicker than life is letting him. When he discovers that penguins are popping up in a small town, he's got to get to the bottom of it. Where are they coming from? What are they doing? Could it have anything to do with that weird lady that he's hanging out with? It's a lot of fun, it's cute, but nothing incredible. But this is an incredible anime. Perfect Blue is about a pop singer who leaves her group to begin her career as a serious actress. But it isn't as easy as she thought, especially when a creepy dude with a parasocial relationship with her begins to stalk her and she suffers from paranoia. Satoshi Kon was an amazing filmmaker, and it's sad he wasn't able to make more. I eventually got around to seeing him since it stayed in my theater longer than I thought it would. A football player gets a chance to train with his idol, who he might end up replacing. It's supposed to be a horror movie with Jordan Peele's name plastered all over the marketing, but it's just boring. All the weird horror stuff just doesn't connect or make sense. It's just spooky for spooky's sake, randomly sprinkled out. I was not a fan. A childhood classic, Matthew Lillard was born to be Shaggy. The CGI sticks out like a sore thumb, but it's just so fun, man. A lot of jokes you wouldn't get till you're older, a perfect cast, and a perfect runtime. A husband and wife are on vacation when they meet this other couple who convince them to go off the resort into the dangerous third world country. They accidentally run someone over and are forced to follow through on the weird punishment this country has set up. It was not for me, just kind of dark and nonsensical. You've heard it before. The only good things are the visuals and the soundtrack. Even Greta Lee couldn't save this. It messes up in every single way. I wholeheartedly think that if you put any other actor besides Jared Leto, it would be better. I know some people think it wouldn't because the writing is still the most terrible thing I've ever had to witness, but it definitely wouldn't have hurt. Kinda like Black Swan, the story of an obsessed artist, but the school she's at is probably run by witches. I haven't seen the original, but I know this one is very different. I thought it was fine, but it didn't really stick with me even though I love stories like Whiplash or Black Swan. I really wanted to like this. I loved the trailers, but this was just a mess. The reason the first worked so well is because you have a situation to overcome, a structure to the story to keep you engaged, a compelling mystery that works well with the progression of the story. The sequel doesn't have any of that. It's just characters wandering around getting vague clues as to what they should probably be doing. I would recommend anyone to watch this. A couple with a few other people over the course of 3 years worked with their dog to make this ultra low budget movie. It's a horror film told from the perspective of a dog. So the humans can't see the ghost, but the dog can. It's clever and a fun twist. But if you took the dog aspect out of this movie, you would have the most bland, boring, and standard horror movie out there. So Indy, the dog, really saves it and makes the whole thing work. And it's only a little over an hour. Definitely check it out. A nurse who thinks she's become obsessed with who she thinks God is starts to go crazy, so it's a simple story of a complex character who descends into madness. Those are always fun movies, but this was very simple but still entertaining. I thought I was ready for what this movie was, but oh boy, was I not. A rock band gets a gig that they didn't realize is for Nazis, and when they head back to the green room, they discover a murder scene. Now they are locked in a green room with a horde of Nazis wanting to cover up the whole thing. It's dark, it's got a lot of realistic violence, it's pretty good. This, unfortunately, is not to the level of the original. I like that we got to see more backstory, their place in Coolsville, more of them working together on the mystery, but I think it gets way more silly in a bad way. I still enjoyed it a lot. It's got a soft spot since I've seen these movies like 1,000 times when I was a kid, but yeah, I wish they made a third. I am not kidding when I say this will probably be high on my list of the best movies of 2025. I highly recommend anyone to see this even if they haven't seen the show. What confuses me with people who don't like anime is that these people love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but they don't give movies like this a try. This is on par with how incredible Spider-Verse is. The music, the animation, the action, the love story, the writing, it's all pieces of art that raise the bar for other movies. People need to get over not wanting to watch anime and get on board the hype train. There is a reason these movies are topping the charts and beating everything else when they release. I've really missed mid-sized budget comedy/romance movies, and this will definitely scratch that itch. An escaped convict is on the run and he decides to set up shop in Toys R Us. Channing Tatum is always the best, but he plays a really nice robber who just wants to provide for his family. It's a really engaging and emotional story, great humor, and perfectly captures the time period it's set in. I am very happy I didn't see a single trailer for this. I watched the trailer after and it gives away so much. This is a horror movie that starts in found footage and doc style and then suddenly switches to be filmed like a standard movie. While I think a concept like that could work, it really pulled me out. The doc style makes it feel so real, and then switching to how the rest of the movie looks just makes it feel fake. It did have some great jump scares and tension, but ultimately leads to the most lame and deflating ending. I know it's super lame to like this remake more than the original, so I apologize, but I love this movie, mostly because of how over the top the violence is. It's just a fun ride that I doubt other people will enjoy as much as I do, but it's Halloween, so I had to put it on. Samara Weaving marries into a rich and eccentric family that made their money selling board games, so they have a tradition whenever someone gets married in the family to play a random game. The twist is that if they randomly select hide and seek, they have to hunt down the bride or groom and kill them. If they don't, they believe something bad will happen. So Samara has to survive until dawn, being hunted by her brand new family. Great concept, fun movie, definitely check this out if you haven't seen it. It's tradition to watch this every Halloween. If you haven't seen Coraline, you're missing out. It's one of the best stop motion films out there. And that's what I watched in October of 2025. What did you watch? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.